You guys are pretty smart and ask some pretty good questions. I've done a lot of these, and these are some of the best questions. So, congratulations on that. And in doing that, I will add one more small piece of advice, and that is, ask yourself the hard question about the industry. Where do you think it's going, and what can you do? Is there an opportunity for you there? And so having said that, there's four pieces of advice I would give. One sort of blends of what I just said. So in that realm. Well, first and foremost, let's like acknowledge the reality here. Like the next 24 months in this industry are going to be difficult, and anyone that tells you differently I think, is kidding themselves, etc. It's going to be a tough time, but whatever you can do, if it's mentoring, if it's volunteering, if it's creating your own sort of self-guided research around a particular area, do that. Because it's just going. I think it's going to be tough for most people over the next 24 months. The Steelers have already lost millions of dollars this summer because of Kenny Chesney, the Rolling Stones, and two other concerts. So, like, this thing's going to have a financial impact on this industry. But beyond that, the opportunity here, as I said earlier, I think is so good for your generation. We're going to be using these types of tools, whether it's this tool or something similar, to engage fans, to engage sponsors. Something is going to happen in this virtual, online, whatever you folks who are much smarter and more adroit at this than me, something is going to happen to help build that affinity with fans. So any ways that you can either build that out, which will make you a ton of money, or contribute to that skill set within an organization, is going to be a good opportunity for you. The other suggestion, then let me go to the social media piece. So, talked about the impact of social media, and I tried to give some sort of background on there, but, just realize, like, you have a record of your life now that I certainly didn't have when I was in my 20s. And I'm not saying I was out there doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I probably did some things that were embarrassing, that if there were a record of, an employer would look at that with concern, and like, just understand that. I'm not saying to change your behavior or be afraid of social media. It's part of your folks' lives, but just know you're creating a record. So be aware of that. The next is, go to the minor leagues. As I said, and I tried to emphasize this, but this business is about this unique relationship between fans and this vicarious thing that we call sports. That they can't have it, but they're so they're so wedded to it. It's so important to them. And the more you can understand the subtleties, where it's sublime, the nuances of that relationship, the better off you're going to be. So go to a minor league team, sell tickets, put on the mascot outfit, go pick up the coach or the best player at the airport, balance the budget, everything you can do. The more you can understand the basis of this business, the better off you are. And I think that's really going to give you an advantage. And then the fourth piece is, so on one hand, I'm telling you, go understand the subtlety of this business, and that's really important. The other is, unless you're in coaching or scouting, we're going to hire you to be an accountant, to be in our marketing department, to be in our digital content development department. So make sure you are strong in a business discipline, understanding the industry, unless you can get a job at some firm that does some sort of big financial forecasting around the industry. Understanding on a broad level is nice, but you're going to get hired to do a specific job. So make sure you have a skill set within that area that allows you to compete with other folks, and really can you can demonstrate that you're going to bring value to an organization, because that's we're not paying you to cheer for our best player. We're paying you to do a certain job in that realm. So those are the four pieces of advice I would give. Again, I really enjoy talking to you folks. You had great questions. I hope I didn't bore you too much here, but just wonderful to be with you all today.